definitely structures imminently threatened. Just on the north side of this fire, this thing's going big and we need help, so.
Okay, we're going to start with our 1-inch Wildland hose with the nozzle attached, and we're going to measure out approximately 4 feet, and we're going to do it just like the old bundle ways. This is going to be the simplest way to do it at the fire station. If you have a hose roller, that's great, but this way does not require any equipment. We're going to do the entire hose in this manner. Okay, once you have your entire 1-inch hose wrapped up here, sometimes based on the amount of pressure that's had in it, it can be full of air or kind of puffed up. So one of the techniques that you can use is to take your shop vac here, it doesn't have to be fancy, and draw the air out of this. Obviously your nozzle needs to be in the closed position so it's not drawing air from the other end. Give a quick demo. Okay, once all the air has been drawn out of the hose, we're going to end up tying it into a bundle so it can go into the Hosepack. I usually like to take the nozzle, have it in close to me, and then I end up, you just have to get used to this, end up kind of making the letter M shape here. Best I can, you just got to play with it a little bit. And I leave this tail, female coupling out, because that's going to get attached to our Y here in a little bit. Once I have my bundle situated, I'm going to take my paracord, which is roughly 36, 40 inches or so. Okay, I've got my paracord underneath my bundle, and I'm just going to cinch it as tight as I can with the slippery half hitch underneath to hold itself. Okay, I've assembled my 1-inch hose bundle here. I'm going to take my 1.5-inch gated Y. Off either side we have an 1.5 to 1-inch reducer with a thread adapter. So we're going NH thread on the 1.5 to NPSH on the 1-inch hose. Just going to go ahead and assemble those, and then I'm going to attach my 1-inch hose to the reducer. Now we're ready to add this into our Hosepack. So we have backpack straps here. To make this nice and comfortable, we're going to take our 1-inch hose that's flat, and that goes against the back. Like so. Next step, we have our 1.5-inch gated Y. We're going to attach our 1.5-inch trunk line, and that is going to go into the base of the 1.5-inch gated Y. We'll go ahead and get those threaded up here together. And then now it's time to just install it into the Hosepack. Just go ahead and make sure that the gated Y is closed. It's going to go in the base of the Hosepack. And then the 1.5-inch line will be flat loaded. Okay, I placed the gated Y down in the bottom, nothing fancy. And then now we're just literally going to take the 1.5-inch and we're going to flat load it back and forth into the pack. You can actually be pretty sloppy with it. And then ever so often, just go ahead and compress it down in there. Making 1 to 2 layers works out really well for this size of Hosepack. I'll kind of just go back and forth for 4 or 5 layers. And compress it down. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the last 10 or 15 feet. Getting topped out on the bag, and the last thing we do is just kind of tuck it down the sides as best you can, and that really kind of helps secure the hose in there. Just the last couple passes, just give her a good tuck. These bags can actually be inverted and dumped out upside down. We leave the female coupling slightly exposed, so it's easy for the engineer to grab. Put the lid on, buckle it. Cinch it down, and now we have a completed Wildland hose pack.